Stop making those mistakes in your graphic design portfolio. A strong portfolio is crucial for us graphic designers as it serves as a visual resume, and we can showcase our skills, creativity, and styles to our potential clients or employers. It not only shows that we can get the job done, but also reflects our ability to solve problems creatively and communicate effectively through visual mediums. So if you're a beginner graphic designer and you're still a little confused on how to stand out with your portfolio, well, here are some things that you need to know. So, I know you're excited to show your hard work because you finally have tons of projects that you put so much effort into it. So you're gonna throw everything in there. You wanna show everything, right? No, not right. Make sure you carefully curate your portfolio with projects that are relevant. You don't want to see your portfolio too packed. I think maybe a good number for projects in a portfolio can be between 10 to 15, but feel free to go with what you have and always put quality over quantity, always. Second thing you need to know is don't limit yourself to one type of project. Showing your range could be a good strategy to attract employers. Depending on what's your goal, you can have a little bit of everything, Throw in some branding projects, illustrations, posters, photography if that's your thing. You gotta prove to them that you have a good eye for design and you got a nice sense of aesthetics, and you can show that throughout different projects. Next, don't forget to include case studies. Provide context to each project by including case studies that explain your design process, the problem you're trying to solve, and how you arrived at your final solution. This helps potential clients or employers to understand your approach and the value you can bring to their projects. Don't be messy and keep it visual. Remember that you're showcasing your design skills, so prioritize visuals in your portfolio. Always use high quality images and make sure your portfolio design itself is visually appealing and easy to navigate. So don't make an ugly portfolio, for God's sake. You're a graphic designer. That will make you look bad. Okay, I gave you those tips. You kind of already know where to start. But the big question is, how to make your portfolio visually attractive. Okay, I'm gonna use an example from a portfolio of a multi-award winning and internationally known graphic designer, me. When I was first starting, I knew that my portfolio was not that strong. I only had a few projects to showcase. Most of them were passion projects, which, by the way, totally fine to put in your portfolio. But I wasn't so confident about my experience, my work experience. So logically, what I had to do was to make a portfolio that would stand out from others. I made sure everything was within my personal branding guidelines. Very important to have a personal branding, by the way, but that's a whole nother conversation. And I made sure that everything was neat and clean and organized, and I included case studies. I made sure that everything was basically following what I said so far in this video. Then what I did was, instead of making a traditional PDF portfolio that just divides projects into different sections in each individual page, I created this huge vertical portfolio that you could seamlessly scroll and navigate and go back and forth from project to project without even noticing. That was the surprising factor. That was what made my portfolio stand out. Of course, this was just an example, and you can make your portfolio stand out in different ways. Like, for example, you could maybe consider creating a website so you can make things even more dynamic by adding animations, videos, sounds, like all of this stuff. And in this case, of course, we're talking about a digital portfolio. A physical portfolio is a whole other universe. You can make so much with a physical portfolio. But again, that's another topic, another conversation. The point is, that portfolio actually landed me a lot of interviews and some gigs. Back in the days when I had little to no experience, because it was simply creative. They knew that I had no experience in the real world, but I showed them that I was good in graphic design simply by the way I structured my portfolio, and it made them curious enough to at least want to get to know my work, Now, I don't use that portfolio anymore just because I feel like my projects kind of outgrew that format, but I still think about that portfolio all the time and I still love it. Also, your portfolio needs to match your design style. That's important. And I just feel like it doesn't resonate with who I am as a graphic designer and as a visual artist anymore. So those were just some tips for your portfolio that are essential. If you're an experienced graphic designer, you probably already know all of that. I don't even know why you're watching, but thanks for watching. But I remember when I was just a graphic designer baby and I wanted to apply for internships and land gigs, and I didn't even know where to start. I was like, oh my god, I was so lost. I didn't even know how many projects I should put, how should I organize it. Like, it was very confusing. As a beginner graphic designer, working on a portfolio is a nightmare because it is very overwhelming. And don't forget that as a graphic designer or a visual artist or just a creative person, you have to work on your portfolio all the time because you're going to get better and you're going to update your work, and some works you're just not gonna vibe with it anymore. You know, you're gonna look back and be like, ugh, it was good back then, but not for me anymore. You just have to update your portfolio all the time. It's a task that you're never gonna stop doing. Anyways, I want to know in the comments down below, what is your biggest struggle when you're crafting your portfolio? Let's discuss that. Let's have a conversation here. If you're not subscribed to Kittl's YouTube channel, I don't know, maybe consider taking 0.2 seconds of your life to click the button. It will make me and the Kittl team very happy. If you like and learned from this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I don't know, maybe check out our other socials like Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook. We are posting a lot of interesting content there that you don't want to miss. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!